Okay, the name of this passage, this was shared after this whole federal court case initiated by Braswell Bey. This was a response to that whole situation, right? This was shared to, I believe, Facebook by Brother David Bailey-Ill. I think it has a date on it. Let me see. What is this? November 5th, 2012. All right. And it reads, or the title of it is, You Are Not Watching. Moorish Americans must stop aligning themselves with Moors engaged in criminal activities. Okay. Islam. This is the letter. Okay. Islam. Praise Allah and always honor his and our holy and divine prophet, Noble Drew Ali. It's time for all Moors to engage themselves in the process of our achieving unity. We must stop falsely accusing Moors, repeating information put out by habitual liars, man knows not by being told, and aligning ourselves with Moors who have been proven to be engaged in criminal activities. We will point them out. Recently, Brother Adwo C. Brown L. of Cleveland, Ohio, said that the fraudulent and bogus complaint for injunctive relief filed by Emmanuel Braswell Bey in the U.S. District of Northern Illinois against Brother T.K. Harris Bey, Brother Rasadi L., Brother Lane L., Brother Sitar L., and Brother D. Bailey L. was only flawed in that he did not have proper counsel. Brother Adwo C. Brown L. has read the court summary and evidently lacks reading comprehension skills. Here are the facts disclosed in the case summary issued by the Federal Court of Northern Illinois. So basically, I'm going to work my way backwards, okay? So this is the response to the case, all right? And then I'm going to share parts of the case, all right? And then I'll read off the letter that started this whole thing. I'm gonna work my way backwards, right? Because some people think, I don't like people who just run their mouths. I have receipts and I love keeping paper. Anyway, so continuing on. So it says, here are the facts disclosed by the case summary issued by the Federal Court of Northern Illinois. All right. Number 1, Emmanuel Braswell Bey sent a paralegal who said she was Michelle Thomas into the Dirksen Federal Building to file his complaint. She was found to be not a licensed attorney and possibly imitating a real attorney by that name. The court said the court is aware of 2 other federal cases in which Ms. Thomas has attempted to appear in violation of federal law and is directing to forward a copy of his order to the Cook County State's Attorney Office and the United States offices for such further action. In his amended complaint, Braswell Bey violated law by attempting to portray himself as an attorney, as evidenced by the court saying, quote, the complaint is signed by Sheikh Braswell Bey, who does not appear to be a lawyer, close quote. Braswell Bey said in his complaint that the defendants had breached a charter issued to him by the Grand Sheikh of Temple Number 1. The truth is that he had not issued a charter to any of the defendants, and the Grand Sheikh of a subordinate temple, per Number 1's charter, cannot issue charters. And the real truth is that at the time he filed his complaint, he had never in his life issued a charter. So this is what Bailey L. is saying about Braswell Bey. So point number 2, to evade paying the court filing fees, Braswell Bey engaged in criminal activity of having Brother Brian Kearney L. complete a form that is used by incarcerated individuals to file forma pauperis or informa pauperis, right? Which is so funny because you don't need to be locked up. You can just file that, right? Brother Kearney L. performed a criminal act when he signed the form and indicated that he was an officer in a penal institution. Oh, wow. The court told Braswell Bey, quote, only individuals, not corporations, may proceed in forma pauperis, right? Point number 3. The most offensive and outrageous criminal act according to our law, embezzlement of the faith, was that in his complaint, Braswell Bey sought to achieve federal jurisdiction in his complaint by telling the U.S. District of Northern Illinois that the MST of A was a, quote, branch of the federal government and is thus authorized to file suit in a federal court. Wow. I think I know what he was trying to do, but he said it wrong. Wow, this is supposed to be a supreme grand sheik. The one that's supposed to be teaching everybody else how to operate as far as jurisprudence in this court system. Okay, y'all might not want to listen to him. Anyway, the federal court told Braswell Bey that, quote, this allegation directly conflicts with the basic constitutional principle of separation of church and state and has no discernible basis in fact. This Moor was willing to sell us out in order to have his way. Now we can see why Noble Drew Ali said, your way you want and your way you will have, but your way just won't do. Okay. Braswell Bey is not, according to the evidence of this case summary, in sync with Allah, Noble Drew Ali, and the faithful members of the MST of A. This is why we must question, why do Moors like Brother Adamuel C. Brown L. support and cling to Braswell Bey? This is from 2005. All right. And we still asking this question. Anyway, it goes on. Does this make sense? We need unity, and we can only have it when we get in sync with our Father God Allah, our holy and divine prophet Noble Drew Ali, and start loving even the unfaithful. It won't be easy, but let's try. Peace and love, Brother David Bailey L., Supreme Grand Sheik, MST of A. I guess that's who replaced it. We really need to get our stuff in order. Islam.